Hello. In today's video, my brother Tristan and I have traveled from our base in the north all the way down to Pavlovo. We are looking for a couple of things: more guns and more ammo. Though, there's a catch. We only have one set of MBC gear between us. We rock paper scissors for it, and of course, I lose. Tristan heads into the thick gas of the military base, and I get stuck watching the car. We don't want to get caught with our pants down, so we can't afford to waste any time. As I wait, a distant explosion cuts through the silence, the unmistakable sound of a helicopter crash. It's an opportunity I can't ignore. I notify Tristan, telling him I'm heading out to investigate, but as often happens in Dayz, things don't always go as planned. Just as I reach the site of the crash, I hear another one, closer and louder. I make the decision to investigate the second crash. While en route to the second crash site, I notice something unexpected: a base in the middle of nowhere. I decide to rush back to the car where Tristan is waiting, so we can regroup and come up with a plan that takes advantage of my newfound discovery. We brainstorm and decide that Tristan will conduct Overwatch while I do a few drive-bys, hoping to draw out the owner of the base. However, despite our best efforts, no one responds. There's a chance the base is unoccupied or the owner is too cautious to engage. Regardless, we can't afford to let this opportunity slip by. Our next goal is to gather explosives, plastic explosives to be exact, so we can quickly breach the base and see what's inside. Of course, no plan in Dayz goes off without a hitch. Tristan crashes the car. We find ourselves stranded just outside of Pavlovo military base, with no choice but to search for the parts needed to repair it: 2 wheels and a radiator. It's a setback, but not a fatal one. Not yet, at least. We split up and search for the necessary parts. I head down to the coast, and Tristan the surrounding towns. Time is of the essence, and we can't afford to waste any more of it. I search car after car, looking and looking, but it seems like there just isn't a single tire or radiator on this entire map. After hours of searching, I was able to gather the radiator and 1 wheel, while Tristan located the other wheel. All of the parts we needed except for one, a screwdriver. Without it, the radiator repair is impossible. With 2-to-1 in parts found, I decided to kick back and let Tristan go find it. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Tristan locates a screwdriver, and with it, our path forward becomes clear. The car is fixed, and we can continue our journey looking for plastic explosives. Our next stop is the construction site. It's an area we've had success in before, but it's also one that's often looted by others. I wasn't expecting much, but as it turns out, we got lucky. We find exactly what we need: plastic explosives. It's not often that things go smoothly in Dayz, as we just experienced, but it seems like things are finally beginning to turn our way. As we make our way back, I take a moment to reflect on the journey. What started out as a simple plan to loot the contaminated zone turned into something far more complicated. We faced setbacks, distractions, and even a car crash. But in the end, we're walking away with our lives and our loot. It's a reminder that in Dayz, things rarely go to plan. But as long as we're still standing, I'd call that a good day.